Hello everyone and welcome to my channel White Angel Messages. I'm Angel. This video will be for the full moon that we're having on the 14th of March 2025, which is in the sign of Virgo and is also called a worm moon. We'll take a look at how it influences everyone around us, what the cosmic influences are on the collective, and then we'll take a look at each zodiac sign individually to see how it's influencing each one of us. Now, we said it's a worm moon because typically the full moon in March is called the worm moon. Why? Well, spring is awakening. And so basically the worm moon represents the earth that's becoming softer for spring. The snow has melted away and the worms at this point start to emerge and life starts coming back. It's in the sign of Virgo, which is an earth sign. And this sign is very famous for its attention to detail. It's very precise. And the moon, in fact, here is emphasizing organization, growth, creating space for new opportunities as well, because we're combining spring and the sign of Virgo. So basically, it's the perfect time for us to start thinking about how to be productive, how to clean out our homes, like declutter, fixing things up a bit, because Virgos always fix everything. They're very good at it. Okay. So if you're thinking about doing some spring cleaning because you're finally want to get out of winter, it's the perfect moment to start, right? So we can finally get rid of things that we don't want anymore, whether it's physical or whether it's simply habits that we have inside of us. It's time to prepare for a new start because spring is just around the corner. It's on the 21st of March. The most important focus is to let things flow. Okay, and not get too obsessed with controlling everything in life, because Virgos are very precise, but this is also an eclipse. The full moon is also going to be eclipse, which means that when an eclipse happens on a full moon, the characteristics of that full moon, in this case the Virgo, is going to be a lot stronger. So if we get carried away with the precision, it becomes a little bit too obsessive. Okay. So let's see, the full moon in Virgo is going to be eclipsed. And when this happens, it's also known as a blood moon. Now, if you're anywhere in the US, you should be able to actually see the total lunar eclipse. Good for you. You'll be able to see everything. For the rest of us, we're going to just have to watch it on the internet. What is really fascinating about an eclipse with a full moon, as I was saying, it's called the blood moon because it will appear a very deep red. Beautiful to see and beautiful to take pictures of. Now, when we do have a so-called blood moon eclipse, basically we're talking about a total full moon lunar eclipse. So you can hear them referred to as a full moon lunar eclipse or simply a blood moon eclipse. When it happens, there are always 3 of them. So within 12 months, we're going to have the first one on March 14th, the second one on the 7th of September 2025, and the third one will occur March 3rd, 2026. Now, this full moon in particular is about transformations because, like we said, it's under the sign of Virgo, so renewal, productivity, and grounding as well. But it's not just because it's in the sign of Virgo, it's because it's a blood moon. And blood moons equals transformation. You might want to take a piece of paper and describe yourself on it. Describe your fears, your doubts, what you're like. And in a year from now, after the 3rd blood moon, you might want to pull it out of the drawer, wherever you put it away, and read it, because you will find that you will be a completely different person. You will have transformed. There's going to be 3 of them. The blood moon strips away everything that we don't need. It's going to make us focus to be real, to be ourselves. So basically, we're carrying around a lot of stuff and we're behaving in such a manner that is weighing us down. And so here comes the first one, and we're going to get rid of things. The second one in September, and then next year in March again, we're going to get rid of it, and we're going to finally emerge as our true selves. Sometimes with the blood moons, we experience significant life-changing events like deaths and rebirths. The old me and the new me come out. You may feel this sensation even before the 14th. That's why I put these videos out at least a week before. Actually, the energy that you're going to be feeling about the transformation lasts a month. So 2 weeks before the full moon and 2 weeks later, you're going to feel it. If you haven't felt it yet, you will feel it, and you may continue to feel it a couple of weeks later. What happens, the reason why this is happening, this transformation, it's actually very positive. They speed up our spiritual growth, and they put us exactly where we need to be. Even if you don't feel like you are where you need to be, trust in the universe. It's like one step at a time, but you are where you should be. And little by little, we'll understand it. In fact, that's why I said you might want to write things down on a piece of paper. And then a year from now, after the third blood moon, you may want to take a look at it and say, oh, so that's why it happened. Now I get it. And take a look at all the steps, retrace your steps, and you will actually see how it led you to transform and be a much better person. You're going to love yourself a lot more. Okay, so basically, let's see. We're talking about transformation at this point. There's going to be significant challenges to face as well. Now, we're going to feel like we're facing opposition, or even that we feel weaker, and so we might not like it. But we need to do this, because the more we embrace this challenge, knowing that we have the power inside of us and the wisdom to go through them, the easier it's going to be. The more we oppose them, the more difficult it is. So know that you have the power and the wisdom to do it. How do we know? It's not just me saying it. The blood moon is in Virgo. Virgo is the sign of the Virgin, and the Virgin, the figure of the Virgin, is the sovereign goddess who has come into her full power, and she does not need anyone outside of herself. She knows that she has the wisdom, the love, the strength that she needs, and it's all inside of her. That's why this moon is going to help us to understand that we have it too as well. We're invited, in fact, the full moon in Virgo invites us to do the same thing. Remember that inside of you, there is wisdom, strength, and everything you need. You are complete. So you have the power within to navigate whatever situation comes to you, whatever your situation is, that will transform you. Okay? Whatever situation you may find yourself in, you have the power to go through it successfully. Okay? You are a lot more powerful than you actually believe, and this is the time to discover your power. Now, as we had said before, it's in an eclipse, so it's going to emphasize things even more. Being an earth sign, Virgo tells us to be grounded and rationally think out whatever happens, okay? So that is the advice, but be very careful because it is an eclipse. Do not exaggerate, okay? The eclipse is going to strengthen this thinking energy. So when this happens, if you find that you are overthinking, that you're being too harsh or maybe too judgmental towards yourself or others, you might realize you're saying, wait a second, I'm blocking myself. I'm supposed to be transforming. Okay, if that happens, just step back a second. Okay, you're starting to second guess yourself. You're not flowing because we said you should be letting things flow at this point. The main focus is to let things flow as they should. Okay, if you're not listening to your intuition and you're letting fear take control because you're thinking too much, just stop and take a step back, because it is the eclipse that is magnifying things a little too much. Okay, so what's going to happen with this March eclipse? Well, how does this transformation actually occur? We're going to find things out. Things will be revealed to us that are going to cause this significant change in us. Okay, so basically we could receive information that we need to take us to the next level of our evolution. We may also find ourselves confronted with some information, some things that are either painful to discover or uncomfortable. Okay, sometimes this happens. It's not always pleasing. Okay, it could be a little bit uncomfortable. So trust that whatever information you get, anything that you learn, it's what is really needed for your soul to evolve to the next level. And like I said before, you'll understand it when the 3 blood moons finish next year. Okay. The eclipse, as we said, falls under the earth sign of Virgo, yes, but there's also a strong wave of water that is emotions, because we are currently under the sign of Pisces. So you'll also notice that maybe your emotions are a little bit too sensitive around you. Okay. So try to balance it out in any case. Just know that this is happening and for the reason why it's happening. On a very positive note, however, because it sounds like a little negative with all this change, but change is good sometimes. On a more positive note, we have, with this eclipse and with this full moon, the ability to manifest. It's going to be really strong. Whatever you say that you want, it will happen. So because of this, keep your energy focused on abundance, on love, and positivity. What's more, Saturn, the Lord of Karma, okay, is very active under this eclipse. This means that whatever happens to us is going to be our karmic destiny. So don't blame yourself if you did not do something. Maybe it was your fault. It's not your fault. Okay, whatever is happening, it has to happen. Okay, and even if Saturn does deliver these karmic events, Saturn is also our so-called master teacher. So as difficult as it may seem or be, if we embrace the lessons and try to understand why it happened, and if we step up to the challenge and say, okay, good, whatever it is, I'm going to face it. Fine, let's learn, let's grow, okay? You'll find that you, the student, will one day be the teacher. In fact, a year from now, you'll take a look at the lessons that Saturn put you through, and you say, guess what? Now I can talk about these lessons to someone else because I understand them, okay? The student becomes the master. Other influences that are connected to this moon are the two planets that are in retrograde. So if you saw the other videos of the Taroscope, we already mentioned this. The two planets that are influencing this full moon as well are the Venus retrograde, the planet of love, and Mercury, the planet of communication, both in retrograde. Okay, what's going to happen with the combination of the full moon and these two retrogrades is that it's going to give us the effect that everything is actually slowing down when we want to wake up and go into spring and want a lot of energy in us. And we're going to feel a little bit of this slowdown. The reason why everything is slowing down, or it appears, or it feels like it's slowing down, is because the universe wants us to take a look at the past. By looking at the past, it'll help us to move forward. So Venus, the planet of love, did something happen? Was something said? Miscommunication, misunderstandings, etc. This is going to help us. We have to reflect before actually moving forward. Venus may bring an end to a relationship. Should this happen, beware. This is closing. A relationship is closing because there is another one on the way. Spring is coming. Okay. Mercury may lead to misunderstandings. Why? Because we have to learn how to speak correctly, think before we speak, and choose our words wisely. In any case, Mercury is the planet of the planetary ruler of the moon. Okay. And it is in conjunction to Venus. Basically, what this means is that Mercury will help us to resolve any challenges if we work with fairness and with kindness. So we have to keep this in mind. Keep away hostility and aggression. Think before you speak. Choose your words wisely. Reflect on relationships and on love. Let things go if they have to go because something new is coming in. Or fix it and hold on to it. Okay, this is up to you, basically. Now, the full moon is also in trine with Uranus. What does this mean? Simple. There could be really stimulating and adrenaline-charged surprises around the corner, especially if you look at life from outside your comfort zone. Okay, so it's not all negative. We might have to end a relationship, but because, like we said, there's something new coming, and it's really exhilarating. Okay, the moon is also in sextiles to Mars. When it sextiles to Mars, it means that it's going to give us courage, attraction, and passion. Love is on the way. It's there, okay? Don't worry, it's there. So if you have to close a relationship, something else is there. Okay, let's take a look now at each zodiac sign to see how each one may be influenced. I also have some small message cards to add, and these have already been pre-shuffled. So all I'm actually going to be doing is cutting the deck and seeing the message that comes out one by one. Okay, whoops, upside down. Okay, Capricorn, you are the first one out. Okay, Capricorn, with this planetary influence, you're going to be feeling very eager for something new. And you're looking at new horizons. Okay, you're looking towards the future, which is great. Okay, there's an opportunity on the horizon that is destined, and it's going to allow you to follow a personal and professional growth, expansion, and happiness. It's on the way, okay? Also, you could be in academics, media. There could be legalities on the way, or you may start traveling, okay? Depending on which Capricorn you are, okay? Your first message out, I'm just going to take these as they are one by one. When the world feels like it's coming crashing down around you, transformation, eclipse, obviously, take that as an opportunity to find yourself and let go of who you thought you were. Not all storms come to destroy your life. Some come to clear your path. Decide what this crisis will be. No, decide that this crisis will be the turning point for what you have been waiting for. And in fact, the planets say that there's something new on the horizon. Okay, whatever it is, that there's something really new and it's great. Okay, I'll just put this here hoping that they will all fit, but I doubt it. Okay, Aquarius. Okay, this constellation here, the influence of the new moon for Aquarius. Aquarius, prepare for something that is a destined turning point for you. Okay, it's going to bring a really, really strong degree of transformation for you in particular. For example, you could be putting your resources together with someone else, and you're going to see a growth around financial situations. Okay, you may even finalize some sort of settlement, and finally that closes. Okay, now some of you could also be experiencing an important situation related to your health, and this is just for some. Okay, I'm going to open this up again, see what yours is instead. Your message is: every situation in life is temporary, so when life is good, make sure you enjoy and receive it fully. When life is not so good, remember that it will not last forever and better days are on the way. Okay, because in fact, we do have transformations coming up. So, like we said, it could be closing a settlement or some sort of situation related to your health that is going to change, and that's going to be solved. Pisces. For Pisces, okay, Pisces, you're going to have a very deep and destined moment with a partner. Okay, basically, you're going to say, okay, either stay or go. It's going to come down to a black and white situation that you're going to have to choose, or with your partner. Okay, you may be growing closer together. You might be signing paperwork. You might be moving in with someone. Some of you will be getting engaged, and some of you will also be getting married, because you're at a crossroads and you're going to say which one. Okay, congratulations if it's the marriage one. Okay, let's see. Pisces, your message, I'm going to just open it up like so, is: the past is behind you now, so drop the fears and doubts, even though you may feel a little uncomfortable at the moment and slightly anxious over what is coming up next. You're being urged to bring yourself back to the present moment. Your recent prayers have been heard, and you are currently being worked on. Wow. Okay. Congratulations, Pisces. Wait, maybe I should do this so that they all fit in. Aries. Okay, Aries. Again, you two are going to have a major turning point in productivity and in routines. So this full moon energy is going to bring you what you actually need to work towards that goal that you have. Okay. Some of you will also be leaving one job for a new one. You're going to change jobs. You're actually just going to say, that's it, I'm going to change. And some of you will have a major turning point around health. That is, you may either change your diet or even your lifestyle. Okay. Message for you is: no act of kindness is ever wasted. Some of the kindest people you will ever meet have been through hell and back themselves. That strengthens their compassion and empathy. If this is describing you, keep being the beautiful soul that you are. Nice, very nice. Taurus. Okay, let's see. Taurus, with you and the full moon and the eclipse, a destined turning point has arrived in a relation. In relation to your passions, whoever's inside your heart, okay? So you're going to see some sort of breakthrough or sudden news, the information that we were speaking about at the beginning of the video, or even an ending in relation to love, creativity, your children, something maybe changing the family life, or maybe even simply your hobbies. But there's going to be a change, okay? When this happens, turn your attention towards having fun and living in the moment. Now, if you're single, however, you could encounter a soulmate. Thanks to the moon, Taurus. Okay, let's see. Message for Tauruses. Love yourself more by saying no to things that feel draining and burdening for you. Say no when you want to say no instead of saying yes to please other people is a real act of self-love. Okay, Gemini, what's going on with you with the full moon? The warm moon is going to make you feel reflective and also emotional. Okay, even though you're a very talkative sign, you're very communicative, and you'd like to talk about your feelings with others, this instead is a time where you should try to refrain from talking about yourself and your feelings and reflect on your past and what led you to be exactly where you are now. This is really important for Gemini. Okay, you could see a destined shift around your home life, your family life, where you're living, for example. Some of you could be moving, renovating, or even buying a home. Okay, there's going to be a shift in where you live, basically. Okay, let's see. For Gemini. Message for Gemini. You're worried you don't have the strength to move on. Think of how much strength you are using to hold on. Then redirect your energy and enjoy your life. Okay, yeah, so don't worry, Gemini. If something does change and you have to change, even your home, it's because you have to. There's something new for you somewhere else. Embrace the discovery. Cancer. Okay, what's the warm moon going to do to you? You're actually very eager to learn a lot more about life and the world. In fact, you're probably already cultivating new ideas, and you want to share this with other people. Okay, some of you are going to find that a contract or legality shows up in your life around this full moon. Like we said, we have a month of full moon effect, the eclipse. Others instead could be traveling a lot with the full moon. Okay, and then there's some other cancers that could be involved in communication related projects. In any case, there's going to be some sort of movement, definitely of movement. Okay, Cancer, let's see. A message for you from the universe. Moon message. You will soon be surprised and grateful for how everything happened the way it did, for you to receive better and greater. It's all adding up in your favor. Trust the process and how things are unfolding for you. Okay. Leo, the new moon for Leo, what's going to happen to you? Okay, Leo, some of you are going to get new jobs. You're going to change your job, or you may receive a raise. Congratulations if you receive a raise, okay? There's going to be basically for all Leos, there's going to be a breakthrough around your finances. So a lot of money could be either coming in, and I really hope so. Others may be going out. You might be purchasing something, and therefore there's going to be a flow of energy outwardly, okay? Now, if perchance you're going to leave your job and so you have an income stream that ends near the full moon, quickly look for another opportunity, okay, around the 14th, because it is very close by, okay? Don't wait for things to happen because the opportunity is there. Oops. Okay, Leo, your message, your moon message. Don't lose sight of this truth. You came here to evolve and to grow, so it's necessary to experience the difficult times. Like I was saying, if in case you are the Leo that will let go of a job and leave, okay? That's when you will grow the most. There is always a light at the end of the dark tunnel. In fact, your message was that take a look around you quickly because there's another opportunity, okay? And some of you actually have finances coming in. Virgo. Okay, Virgo, for you with this full moon, because it is in your sign, in the sign of Virgo, look back to the year 2015, 2016, hoping you remember it, okay? Because during that time, you had experienced a lot of powerful eclipses in your sign, and that shifted your destiny at that time, okay? We're talking about 10 years ago. A similar period is now happening for you. It's starting again, okay? And this one, for you in particular, because it's important, it's going to last until the year 2027, okay? You're going to be shaking off the old new, and you're coming out of it just like a phoenix rising from the ashes, Okay. What the planets are saying is seize the opportunity, seize the day, be courageous, and go for whatever new beginning is out there. Okay. It's really good. Virgo, it's really strong for Virgo. Your message: when you continue to reminisce, replay, or hold on to what you have been, you continue to hold yourself in a place of resistance. Let what was inspire a new way of living, but don't allow it to limit and determine what can be. Yeah, like we had said before, we have to focus on letting things flow, right? And not becoming too obsessed, because that is the defect that Virgo has when it gets too much into details. Libra. Okay, Libra, karma is calling your name near the full worm moon, Libra. Okay, so depending on how you've been living your life, okay, and you know that karma is also built from past lives, not this one, you're going to have a major turning point that could be happening to you. So I really hope it's a positive one, because Libras are very kind and gentle people. So I'm feeling and I'm picking up that the turning point here, the karmic turning point, is positive. I'm already feeling this, actually. Also because I'm a Libra and I've already been seeing it. So in general, what I'm picking up is, yeah, it's karma, right? So if you've lived well up to now, everything positive is coming in. You could have the feeling of being under the protection of a guardian angel, which you are, okay? And this guardian angel is helping you behind the scenes, basically. They're there, okay? However, if you feel that something is off, okay, step in, focus on healing yourself, on closing certain things, and put the positive emotions into practice and stay balanced as much as you can, okay? You do have that guardian angel behind you, but when something is off, you're going to have to step in and do the work as well. Okay, Libra, let's see. Message, moon message from the universe. In your case, you have: live your life to its fullest potential. Let go of the need for approval from others. Live up to your own expectations and nobody else's. No more selling yourself short. Keep moving forward. You've got this. That sounds pretty good for Libra. Okay, Scorpio. Now, of all the zodiac signs, the Scorpio sign, people born under the sign of Scorpio, are the ones that will enjoy the full worm moon the most, okay? It is going to be, for Scorpios, exciting. And it's going to, like, the excitement is going to go straight to your heart, basically, okay? Reaching fulfillment is going to be really important to you. And for some of you, you could achieve greatness around some sort of lifelong dream that you've had. Really big, okay? For other Scorpios, you could have an important event that's happening to a friend or in your community that shows up, okay? Like, for example, someone moving away, or someone you meet who is basically a soulmate, and that could change your life forever. So, Scorpio, something is coming in for you. A message from the universe, a moon message for you. Let's see. Your time is coming, okay? In fact, your dream is coming true. Everything is coming together for you, but you must meet the universe halfway. Hold only bright and happy visions of yourself with successful outcomes, and don't allow your fears or insecurities to stand in your way. Yeah, and that's how you get your dreams to come true. Okay, last but not least, Sagittarius. Sagittarius and the full moon. Get ready to collect your rewards or face your karmic consequences, because when it comes to your profession, it's going to come in, okay? Basically, how can we call this? The pendulum between, or the choice between success or failure. It could be going really quickly. Some of you will see a promotion, a favorable review of an authority figure, or you may get a competitive job offer. Really hope that the pendulum falls in the perfect place. Okay, let's see. The last message, moon message for Sagittarius. I know that you have been questioning yourself lately and wondering if you are good enough or strong enough to do that which your heart desires to do. This message is here to remind you that you really are more than capable of doing it. Rise up and take that leap of faith. So Sagittarius, you can do it, okay? Never have doubts in yourself. Okay, everyone. this brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope there was a message for you, something that could help you live better this eclipse blood moon. I'll catch you on the next reading. For now, thank you for listening, for being here and watching, for sharing, and for subscribing, and for liking as well. I'll catch you on the next one, everyone. Bye-bye for now. From Angel.